How to write a love letter for Valentine's Day. Hello, loving soul. In this video, I show you a recipe to write a Valentine's love letter within like 10 or 15 minutes. This is your chance. If you feel this awkward feeling, oh my gosh, Valentine's Day is approaching and I should do something about it, this is your chance. Because I will guide you now through a brainstorming, like a mini course, and you can write down for your Valentine's love letter the best idea and even finish this love letter right here into this process. So this is a unique chance. Let's begin. First, I want you to start a brainstorming. That means your pen doesn't have to be pink. It can also be black. It can be anything. And in this brainstorming, we just check ideas that would make a great content for your Valentine's love letter. And I have now two different approaches. The first recipe I will give you is more for long-term relationships, and the second one is more for short-term relationships, which means maybe you met just some weeks ago and want to write a Valentine love letter, so you don't know that person exactly as well as if you have been spending years together. But, and here's the cool part, you can also merge the ideas of the both brainstormings and merge them into one love letter. Cool, let's go. What is my first idea? The first idea is you should write about something. You should write about something really simple, something from your daily life. And then you should show in very simple details why you care about your sweetheart, what they mean to you, and how you experience these little moments in your life together. Because I can tell you one thing, the little things are the big things. In our life, we always look at the great goals, at the great things, but actually our life is so, I don't want to say trivial, but our life is made up and stacked up of little portions of happiness. And if you can refer to these little portions of happiness, and if you can give them your full awareness and really savor them and really enjoy them, this is just very lovely. And if you just show your sweetie your enjoyment of the little things that you have together, this is a really great love declaration. So I want you to encourage to think about only a few things. Think about a day. What are you experiencing together on an ordinary day? You're waking up together, maybe, yeah? And then what are you doing? What is your first experience in the morning when you're waking up? How do you feel? How grateful do you feel that your partner is by your side? Is your partner besides you, or is he or she already at work? I don't know what your situation is, but there is an overall feel that you have in the morning. And it would be so wonderful if you could just explain it a little bit, what it's like to wake up with him or her. And then you proceed, go to a next moment in your daily life where you think about them or where you share something together. I don't know, maybe you have breakfast, maybe you're making a coffee, maybe your coffee machine is making a weird sound, maybe you have even a smoothie making machine which makes even more weird sounds. These are these daily life details that you really should write down in a love declaration. Why? Because this makes us personal. This is a shared experience. This is so simple, but this will make you laugh 10 years from now, because you will remember it so well. You will say, oh yeah, this juice making machine. Oh my gosh, it was so loud. Anyway, these were just some few examples about a morning routine and what you might write about waking up and experiencing in the morning with your sweetheart. And if you worked on the morning, you can also work on the noon, the afternoon, and the evening, and the night. So I really want to encourage you, think about a few moments that you have during the day, that you maybe have during a regular day, or that you have on special days. think about a few moments. And then you structure the love letter very simple. You start with the morning section, with the noon section, progress with the afternoon section, the evening section, and you close it with a night section. And this is, of course, also the moment where you can be even more grateful or even more tender, and where you can sum it all up, or where you can write about passion. I don't know what your night life looks like together, but you see, there's an arrow to it. And this arrow of tension and storytelling is so great. If you can make this, just write 4-5 lines about each time of the day, you would have already a great romantic love letter. This is the love letter recipe number 1. If you're in a long-term relationship, I really encourage you. I really would advise you do this. Your sweetie will love it, because it shows how much you care and how much you enjoy living with them. And now here's recipe number 2. Let's say you have been dating for 2 or 3 weeks and now it's Valentine's Day and you are sort of together and you want to sort of write a great Valentine's love letter. So here's recipe number 2. And recipe number 2 is, of course, you could write about, when I first met you, it was, sometimes it was great, sometimes you were flashed, but sometimes it's very trivial and simple and you don't fall in love at first sight. Okay, I think many people don't fall in love at first sight. So I don't know what your case is. You may work this out if you want to look back at how you first met, and this is very fresh. Do it. It's absolutely very important. If this is your first Valentine's Day ever together, do it. And write about everything you love about this person. Make it big or make it short. Anyhow, just go about it. Tell them how was your life before you met them, how it was to meet them, what was special about them, and how is your life now. So these are the basic steps. You should write this in a sort of introduction. And then there is something where I really want to give you this advice, and you can really go deeper and make this letter really special, is if you now go into 4 different sections. This can also be 3, but I give you the 4 sections that I identified for a great love letter. Wait one moment. Yes. The 4 things are, the 4 things are kindness, beauty, fascination, and weirdness. Write these 4 things down. Kindness, beauty, fascination, and weirdness. These are 4 different sections in a love letter potential, which refer to 4 different personality traits. And if you know your sweetheart not yet so long, you would still have some moments where you say, oh my gosh, I saw your great kindness in this and that moment. It inspired me. It showed me you have a great heart. It felt like, oh, this is the woman, this is the man I want to be with. Write something about their kindness, about their special character. This is just very flattering for everybody, and especially the guys like it if you refer to their character and what they are doing, because they are the doers. And here's compliment number 2, which is about beauty. You should write, what do you think is beautiful about them? And you see, kindness and beauty go often together, but I really mean in that moment the external beauty, the external attractiveness. This is very, very cool to write about, and you should do it, but you should put the kindness, the inner kindness of the heart first, and then you refer to the outside, and the outside is just a bonus, right? But everybody loves to be called handsome or pretty or wonderful. Point out some features that are really special for you, that you really adore, and it can be really small things, like somebody has maybe even a blemish or something in their face, you know, something really trivial, but you point it out and say, I like this. I'm fascinated about it. I'm fascinated about your eye color. If this person has a special eye color, write about it, because special eye colors are always great. But if you think like, okay, they're looking pretty ordinary, find something that is extraordinary. And I tell you, in any person of this world, there is something extraordinary. You just have to take a closer look. So this was about beauty, which brings me to the next topic about personality, which is fascination. And fascination is not always about beauty. Fascination is already going in the section of weirdness, about the not so unusual. Fascination comes from the Latin word, which means fascis, and this was actually an instrument to beat up people. Can you imagine? This is a violent word. That means something hits you to go towards that person. This is fascination. It pulls you, it hits you in that direction. And fascination is often associated, of course, with sensuality, with sexuality. And fascination is also something which touches this contradictiveness. Maybe somebody is very soft and very kind, but also has a harsh side to them, a very energetic side, a very resolute side. I don't know. This is just my personal experience, yeah, my personal example. And you will find something that is sort of contradictive, and by the way of being sort of contradictive, interesting. So find the opposites that are inside this person. And if it is like, oh my gosh, it was so nice that I could take you to drink coffee with my grandma, and having afterwards wild sex, you know what I mean? These are these two worlds. These are the outside world and the inside world that clash into a person. And these two worlds combined make up fascination. And here's the last point on my list, which is weirdness. So fascination sort of can lead us to weirdness, but doesn't have to. Weirdness is very broad. It can be humor, it can be a spleen, it can be a weird hobby, it can be an obscure pet, anything that makes this person special, which is not so unusual. Compliment on their weirdness, and compliment on that very special thing, and honor this weirdness. This is something everybody appreciates, everybody loves it. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so weird, you know, I'm making YouTube videos about love letters, isn't that weird? This is so damn weird. And if somebody compliments on that, right, this is just a big compliment. It's very personal. Okay, now I gave you 2 love letter recipes. You can go after them and you can really surprise your sweetheart with that. And here's the bonus tip. Presentation. Presentation is so important and makes a love letter cute. So you just took down all this brainstorming, right? And now you need a paper. And if you say, oh my gosh, Amaryllis, it's midnight, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I only have this boring office paper, here's the solution. You can use this office paper, but first, let's make it more beautiful. You just take this edge, you know, you fold it, and you really, really, really harshly fold it with your fingernail, and then you can make this effect that you can rip it off. Do you see? This is a very, very nice effect. You have a softened edge, and this softened and irregular edge is adding sensuality to your letter. So take an ordinary office page and then you rip off both sides, and even here on the top. And then you have a perfect love letter paper. I show you in 1 second. This looks cool. Now I prepared this perfect sheet of paper. You should now write your love letter on this sheet of paper. And here's the last presentation bonus tip. If you have this love letter written, I presume you have, then you may fold it really small and really unusual, because we are used to certain formats. If you present your love letter in a super unusual format, it sticks out, it says, hey, I'm special, and this is exactly what you want to do. So let's fold this very wild and very unusual, very creative. I folded now here this little love letter. Let's imagine I write down, darling, this is for you. Let me just do this very quickly. And now here it is. You see I'm filming in selfie mode. Write the for you on the first part and have here your love letter unfolding on the inside. Here is where your text goes, okay? And maybe you have some Christmas leftovers. I just prepare a little bundle. You see, with the little Christmas leftovers, you can style it to the perfect gift. And now here's the last bonus tip. Prepare it and bring it to a really unusual place. Give it, for example, into the fridge, where your sweetie will find it in the morning when she or he opens up the fridge. This is just an awesome idea. And I really hope you like this Valentine's love letter crash course and you surprise your sweetheart. Please subscribe to my channel, post this mini course to all your friends, and yeah, let's spread the love. I'm so honored that I could show my little tips with you. I'm Amaryllis, and I say good night wherever you are. I'm in the middle of the night in Germany right now. Bye bye.